Hello, in this video I'm on safari in Kenya at the fabulous Tortoise Camp in Amboseli National Park, and I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks for taking fantastic safari photos.
A safari photo shoot is one of the best experiences you can have with your camera. But something you'll often hear about it is that the animals are almost always photographed from above. This is because most photography is carried out from the height of a safari vehicle, and it's usually forbidden to get out, which makes perfect sense when there are lions, elephants and hippos around. This top-down perspective can restrict your composition. As well as limiting your angle of view of the animal, it can also be difficult to create a sense of depth, as the ground features so prominently in the frame. This is the same scene here shot moments apart, but look how the lower angle completely changes the way the ground features in the frame. However, thanks to advances in wireless capabilities of Canon DSLRs, there is a way around this. We can wirelessly link camera and smartphone, then use the Canon Connect app to control the camera. This frees the camera from our hands and opens up lots of opportunities for photos, as we can get the camera into positions where we can't follow. By lowering the camera to the ground with a monopod, we get an entirely new perspective. Getting the camera down low means we push the background further away from the animal, which helps to blur it out and increases the separation between the subject and the backdrop. It also means we can push the horizon line down lower in the frame, so we can frame animals against a backdrop of bright sky, which emphasises their majestic shapes. When there are animals both in the foreground and background, which often happens on safari, the lower angle gives us the edge, as we can frame up to include both. And by bringing the camera very low to the ground, we can also include blurred foreground detail, which creates a lovely sense of depth to the scene. Connecting the camera and phone is an easy process. You'll need a Canon DSLR with Wi-Fi like the 5D Mark IV. First, we go to the custom settings menu and access the communication settings. Go to built-in wireless settings and enable Wi-Fi. Next, we go to Wi-Fi function and choose connect to smartphone. Select the easy connection method. Now the camera is acting just like a Wi-Fi hotspot with its own network name or SSID and password. We go into our phone's Wi-Fi settings and log on by selecting the network and typing the password displayed on the camera LCD. Once a connection has been made, we'll be asked to start the Canon Camera Connect app, which you'll need to download from the Apple or Google Play Store. We launch the app, then confirm the connection on the camera's LCD. Now everything is set up to begin shooting with our phone. We can go to remote shooting on the phone app to see exactly what the camera sees. We can focus by tapping parts of the screen, adjust the aperture or the shutter speed settings using the controls at the bottom of the display, dial in exposure compensation if we like, and then when we're ready, hit the shutter button to take the shot. Once it's been set up, it's easy to turn the feature on and off when in the back of a safari truck. If you're using a long lens like the Canon 70-200mm, the bracket can be rotated to face upwards, so you can attach the monopod to the bracket. Otherwise, you'll need to fix the monopod to the base of the camera and then shoot with it upside down. You'll have to guess at the focal length you'll need before lowering the camera to the ground. Manoeuvring and composing with the end of a monopod takes a little getting used to, but with a little practice it's easy enough to track the movement of animals large and small, and for the fresh angle it really is worth the effort.
So there we have it. Whether you're lucky enough to be out on safari or taking pictures of wildlife closer to home, with the right kit and a few simple techniques you can create some really fantastic photos.